Hello, and welcome back, my food people. Yes, it's Fimi again, bringing to you another video of cooking and entertainment. So, how you all doing today? Well, it's a beautiful day. I can't complain. I'm ready to get into the kitchen as I'm in here already to prepare a beautiful meal for you today. But before I do so, let me just take some time out again and thank all my subscribers for joining me, and especially those who are just coming aboard. Thank you, and bless up, enough respect. So before we move on, I would like to remind you, if you haven't done so yet, please remember to hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell down below. Okay? Yes, man, that would make me so happy. Now, today, what I'm going to be preparing for you is one of the favorite Jamaican dishes that everybody has been requested: stew peas. All right, so before I do so, remember, I want you to get comfortable, sit back, relax while we stir up the pot for you. See you when we come back. Okay, all right, so now that we're back in the kitchen, let me go ahead and ramble. As you can see, I don't have a lot of ingredients here. Actually, I don't have anything, just nothing really. And the reason for this, I want to show you how I'm going to prepare the meat before we jump into anything else. So I have here some cured pig's tail, about a pound, and some salted beef, which it's very salty. So we're gonna be I washed it already, and I'm going to put it on the stove and boil it for maybe about 3 times. I'll try to boil out most of the salt because this can be very salty. It's cured. And also, when that is done, I'm going to go ahead and add some regular fresh beef as well. So, and also I want to show you the peas, which I'm not going to be using yet. This is the peas that was a red kidney bean that was they were soaked from overnight. So as you can see, it's swollen, and the reason for this is to allow the beans to get soft. Okay, it helps to soften the beans. So this is what it looks like before. Okay, so now that I have shown you all of that, I mean, you can prepare any kind of peas, but most of all in Jamaica, it's the kidney beans that they use for this dish. Okay, you can use anything, any type of meat as well. It doesn't have to be, because some people don't eat pork, so you might use oxtail, chicken, even bacalao, codfish, you know, whatever you want to put in there, it's still stew peas. All right, so let's jump into it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I have some water in the pot already, and it's hot. As you can see, the steam is coming out. So I'm just going to scald it off like maybe about 3 times. And this depends on how you like your meat. If you want it salted, or I like mine that you don't take out all the salt. You want to make sure that at least a little bit is left, like especially when you get to the bone of the pig's tail, you can still taste that salty, you know, saltiness. So let me go ahead and put this in the pot here, and then I'm going to do this for about 3 times, you know, strain off the water every time that it boils up, and then I'm going to taste it to see if that's what I want. Okay, all right, so when I come back, I'll show you exactly how it looks after we boil out the salt out of it. Okay, well, I'm back, and I allowed it to boil for about 3 times, and I strained the water off, and now I'm going to put the rest of the fresh beef in. Okay, and I'm going to add the peas now. All right, now this is 3 cups of peas, but I told you that it got swollen because I put it to soak from overnight in the water. So I like a lot of peas. So you might want to use 2 cups of peas, kidney beans. And now I'm going to go ahead and throw some hot water on it. Yeah, I made a mistake. I wanted to put it in this pot here because I'm going to be putting it in the oven. You don't have to put it in the oven. You can put it on, allow it to remain on the stove and let it cook for maybe about an hour or so, because the whole reason is that you want to make sure that the peas and the salted beef and pig's tail along with the fresh meat, it softens the meat. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna put the water in here now. It's hot water that I throw in there to kind of allow it to expedite this process faster. All right, and then on top of that, I will be putting in about 8 cloves of garlic, a lot of garlic, so that it gets soft. Okay, and I have 2 tablespoons of garlic powder as well that I am going to apply in there. Okay, all right, so let me just go ahead and I'm going to put it in the oven for about maybe an hour and a half, depending on how fast it gets softened. So I'm going to set it at 350 degrees. So I'll be checking on it, you know, ever so often to make sure that everything is going well. So see you in a bit. Alrighty. Okay, so I've taken the pot out of the oven just to check it, and the meat, it's cooked, but the beans are still a little bit hard. It needs to go back into the oven, yeah, probably for another 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is just take out the meat, the pig's tail and the salted beef and the fresh beef, and then I'm going to just put it back in the oven. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to put some more garlic to make it, you know, soften it faster. All right, so it should be ready within another 20 minutes or so, because we had the pot in the oven for about an hour, a little bit over an hour. Okay, all right. So now we're back. It's about 20 minutes, and yes, the peas, it's ready. All right, it's nice and rich color. So now I'm going to apply the coconut milk. I'm gonna put the coconut milk in, and then I'm going to put all of the other ingredients like the scallion. I'm going to put the thyme and some onion, like about half cup of chopped onion, and I'm going to put the Scotch bonnet in now, and I mixed the all-purpose season with some Maggi, about a tablespoon and a half, and some pimento, about 1 teaspoon, and a little bit of parsley, about a teaspoon of parsley. So I'm going to just stir it around. I'm not going to put any black pepper in there yet until later on. I'm going to stir it, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven, let it boil up, and then I have some dumplings, which we call pinners back home. They're tiny dumplings, and when I get to that stage, I will show it to you. So now we're going to just put it back in the oven. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my little pinners in, like my little dough dumplings, small dumplings, and I'm going to put the sorry, what am I talking about? I'm gonna put some butter in there, like a tablespoon of butter, and then throwing back the meat in, and I'm going to let it stay for about a good 10 minutes. Let it absorb the coconut milk. So let's say 10 to 15 minutes. And then when I come back, it should be finished, okay? So I'm just gonna stick it back in the oven. Okay, so I just took it out the oven, but this is the final result. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take out the thyme, whatever is left of it, and the Scotch bonnet pepper, which wasn't that hot. That's why I allowed it to stay in there. Normally you take it out way before, but it's good, I promise you. Let me just take out this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and taste a little. Let's try it. I'm gonna go try. This is a regular beef, a part of the pig's tail. And let me see. Yeah, salted beef. Yeah, so all right, so let me just taste it. Let me get a little bit of gravy. And let's try it. I'm gonna try it. Very, 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 very good. The peas, just the way how I wanted it, nice and soft. And the salted beef, very good, very tasty. Yep. So now I'm gonna try this is the pig's tail, salted pig's tail. Very good, very, very tasty. I taste just the way I wanted it. Nice, and there's a little bit of saltiness like in the bone. Really delicious. It's not, the whole pot is not salt, it's just right. Very delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna just go ahead and plate up some for you. Okay, all right, see you when I come back. So look at this. This looks so delicious. You saw me when you heard me eating. It was really delicious. I couldn't stop. But anyway, it is served with some white rice and some lettuce with tomatoes. So, and there are the little pinners in there at the side. I mean, the dish tastes, it's off the chain. Okay. So if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. See you in the next vid. Bye.